looking in here, and I have some video footage of an event I went to, a film a networking event, and I could probably, make some contacts, send out some emails, say, look, I was at this event, you were there. What would you tell me about X, Y, Z, or how would I proceed if all I have is a manuscript, ABC? What do you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at how people have the resources to go ahead and make a movie. And can't bit more make a movie than the man in the moon. I'm like, and I don't know if the man in the moon can make a movie or not. I'm watching this scene off of, and it's a good people off of this trailer. And so they got the police coming in. And he just moseying on in like he's taking a little walk down to get a cup of coffee. Let me take a look around. And he just moseying around. Have you ever seen the police come on the scene? Have you ever seen? I mean, one time I was at I'm trying to see where I was at. I think I was at I was in a dorm or something. I forgot where I was at. And everybody had left. No, I was in the office. I was in the office. It was dark. Everybody was leaving for the day, but it was just me and the owner and his wife. Everybody was gone for the day. So I heard a noise. So I'm like, well, let me call the police. So I called the police. And he gonna walk in. And when I tell you, he was not walking slow like he was going to mosey over to the donuts and coffee. He was calculated. He was walking very fast. And he was walking with, if you ever seen a police in a movie walk in with a gun drawn, that's how he was walking, but he didn't have his gun drawn, but he had his hand on his hip where the gun was at, on the gun. And he was kind of walking like he was backing up against the wall, but he was, but he wasn't going very fast. He went quickly through the building. Just he and I was in there. And he discovered that the boss was still up in there, and somebody had come in, but they ran off, so he ran after him. I think what spooked him is the boss was in the office eating his white pussy, and they must have, I don't know what they stuck in the office for, but they came through the window and jumped their ass back out the window. I guess it shocked them watching it. I guess it shocked the hell out their ass. But I done caught the boss with the shit going down. And it's a cipher. So she's a very beautiful woman. His wife was a very beautiful woman. Very, very beautiful woman. She reminded me of a cross between, if you've seen Charlie's Angels, the TV show, she was a cross between Jacqueline Smith and Cheryl, the blonde. Is that her name, Cheryl? She was a Cheryl by the body and Jacqueline Smith by the hair, long black hair. She's a beautiful woman. So I had walked in on one time doing that to her before. But shots of Cypher saw his ass. He be so turned on, he be sweat be popping all off his bald fat ass head. Really. Really, child. I'm like, damn, I hope his ass don't fall out up in here. But I just happened to be the last one leaving off. But the police he went through, and I swear it took him less than 30 seconds to do a quick walk through and see that somebody had jumped in the window. And he went out. I'm just watching this film. And I'm just missing, what is it about this that makes me want to watch it? What is it about this that makes me want to watch this? Unbelievable. I'm like, do they feel like they can have stuff? It's from a faith-based film company. I'm like, they are really half-stepping. Are you half-stepping because you from a faith-based? As you say, I'm just really missing it here. Why would I watch this? Why? Because you want to hear about God. could read the Bible. I could read the great, wonderful things God does in the Bible. You never get tired of reading that. Why would I sit down? I can't sit through. I couldn't sit. I can't. I wouldn't be able to sit through that. I mean, it's just filled with all kind of old. Come on, actually, something you might be hating on them. All right, God forgive me. If I'm hating, God forgive me. I actually send a manuscript to them, and they send it back. But it was just it was an animated kids project. They didn't even tell me why they, weren't interested. They just say we're not interested at this time. We're sorry. They didn't even tell me why they weren't interested. But it was just an animated kids project. But I would tell you what it is, but somebody might go do it. You want me to tell you what it is? It was Noah. They might have just wasn't interested in it. It was the story of Noah and the animals. I was going to tell it from the animals' point of view. Noah was still going to be the great and wonderful, righteous man of God that he was. But from the animals' point of view. I thought that would have been fascinating. I feel inspired by The Lion King. I was. If you watch The Lion King, the realisticness of the rumble of the jungle. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they said that is just a Christian Lion King. I don't know, but anyway, I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping on that. You know what I'm saying? I took several stories in the Bible and tried to animate them. They have not already been animated. You know what I'm saying? And they all had that same thing that I learned in watching The Lion King. I wonder if I ever get to produce it, and I know I was about to take this class on making an animated project. I might go see if they send me the webinar. I'm gonna go see if they'll send me the webinar. Um, and when I was in Atlanta, Film Hub ATL, they do some great stuff. I took some great classes with them. I got some film footage of it. I got film footage of me at one of the program. But when I moved, it was just about to teach a class on. Matter of fact, they taught the class in New Orleans. Somebody must have knew I wanted to take that class, and I never said nothing. I might have said something and didn't realize I said something. But they came to New Orleans and taught the class. So I'm going to see if I can find a webinar of it and watch it. But I'm pretty sure I can find it somewhere. I'm going to send out an email when I get a chance. But of course you have animals in the Bible, you know what I'm saying? So I like that realisticness of the hooves of the animals' feet as they walking, as they're running, as they're coming to the king's coronation. I mean, to the little thing they had with the Lion King, and that really stuck in my mind. So when I wrote these, that's what my mind is saying. To highlight, my mind is saying that to me. To highlight the movement of these animals as they move through this Bible story. But I guess I feel like I'm biting off of Disney, but I feel like I learned something, But anyway, I'm gonna go see if I can get that webinar and see if any of that's possible at this point. It should be, animated. It's animated. You know what I'm saying? It might be possible. But yeah, Film Hub ATL, they had a big party in Atlanta. I'm talking about a big party, a big old party, where they had several big names there, and they was giving out all kind of food, and you get to you get a chance to give your elevator speech to the people. You get a chance to give your elevator speech to, a real live producer and stuff. Um, it's this chick. Anyway, you don't want all that. But so I think I'm gonna see if I can look for that webinar. But what are some of the Bible stories? Well, ones that haven't been done, like they done did Joseph already. They did Moses. I think they might have did Abraham, and in the kids animated form. They did the Prince of Egypt, which is Joseph, Abraham, Moses. Moses crossed the Red Sea. Um, I'm trying to see what other Bible story they have already done in an animated form. But there are several ones that they have not done. Well, Cindy, none of them stand out. Well, if you read the Bible like I do, then some of them will stand out. And the ones that I find intriguing was the one about Noah. I thought that one would be intriguing and would be an intriguing animated project. And then I have another one, but I don't want to say it. I don't want to give it all away. I don't want to give all the money away. But Joshua is one. The man of courage. He was a great warrior alongside Moses. Let's see who else was a great man of God. That would be an interesting animated project. It's hard to make something in the New Testament animated because it's the works that they did were so sacred. The works that they did were so sacred that you don't want to, diminish the work of God by making it into some kind of entertainment thing. I guess you don't want to do it in the Old Testament either. But the Old Testament, I find lends itself a lot to more entertainment value. The story of Samson. How many men he killed? 100 men. With the jawbone of ass. All the great things he did. That lends itself to all of the giants, the David and Goliath. It gives itself to a tall tale. You see what I'm saying? Those kind of stories in the Old Testament give itself to a tall tale. The New Testament is much more practical. When God appears much more practical in the New Testament. So I don't want to be sacrilegious or irreverent. I hope I'm not wrong in thinking that. But I'm going to see if I can find a webinar. I don't know if I can make something happen, but we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. We'll see what's going to happen. What kind of car should I get? I seen this car. I don't like it. But I just need a key. Just give me the keys and I need it to start and run. That's what I need to do. I'm going to try to get something cute. I'm trying to get something cute. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see what I think is a cute car. I like them Dodge Chargers. I like that one. I like the Dodge Durango. What else I like? What else I would like as far as a car is concerned? What would I want my kids to drive? I want that GMC. I want a GMC truck for my son. And for my daughter, maybe a Land Rover, Beamer, a Benz, a Land Rover, a Benz, or even a Tesla. Whew. I don't know. I think she would like something like a Tesla, maybe. But anyway, we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Let's see what's gonna happen. In the meantime, I'll be looking for that webinar. I might go ahead and Google it tonight and see if I can find it. Send Film Hub ACL email. I'm trying to see if I go through my email, because they had sent me a notice that it was in New Orleans. So I'm trying to see who was giving it. That's what I might try to do. Just do a search of my email and see um, if I can come up with who was giving that seminar, that workshop on how to do an animated project. But I'm sure Film Hub ATL got the webinar.